Rehydrating some scalloped potatoes, so just a real quick video on that. These are from a little over 3 years ago, and when we had freeze dried them, we'd put the original weight, what it weighs now, and then how much water it needs, and then the cooking instruction. Let's see how they look after 3 years. I need to put enough water in till it's 680 grams again. And I'm just using cold water, then I'm going to let it rehydrate a while in the refrigerator because we've got a few hours before dinner time. So going for 680. Okay, so I'm going to leave it a little bit short. And then I'm going to just leave that in a, put the whole thing or cover it with plastic and then put it in the refrigerator and wait. I've got about 4 hours, 5 hours before I need to bake it. I'm going to let it just rehydrate until then. So I'm just going to slip it into the Ziploc and then it'll set in the refrigerator for a while to rehydrate. I'll probably stack one on top of the other, maybe put a weight of something on it to help push the other one down. But it's got a couple hours to rehydrate. We'll see how that does. And then it'll go in the oven. Okay, I'm going to just suck the air out of that. Alright, and then that will hold it under while it absorbs all the liquid. Here's the scalloped potatoes after they've been rehydrating for 3 hours in the refrigerator. Now going to put them in the oven and cook them. After the scalloped potatoes have rehydrated in the refrigerator for a few hours, then it's time to put them in the oven. We'll put it in the oven at 350. It takes about a half hour to an hour, and then they're done. So this is the scalloped potatoes after they've been rehydrated for about 3 hours, and then in the oven at 325 for about 30-35 minutes. Looks good. Everything seems to be rehydrated. So we have the scalloped potatoes. They've been cooked. They were rehydrated and then cooked in the oven until nice and tender. I'll try to remember to put the recipe in the description, and then later when we do another batch and do the freeze drying, I can show that. But these were freeze dried long before we started doing video. Okay, so the potatoes, you can see, got good texture to them still. And it's got little ham pieces. Everything came out real nice. It's got the cheese topping, a little bit crisp on top.
Yep, soft potatoes, but not soggy.
Well-cooked potato, not soft. You can cut them with a fork and stab them. Yeah, so they didn't turn into mashed potatoes or anything. I'm quite happy with that. It's good because we made a lot of them like 3 years ago and we hadn't tested them. So I'm glad they're good. Yeah, because I think we did like 20 of them when we did these originally. So scalloped potatoes work very well. If you want some, you're going to have to get your own.